podcast.
Welcome.
What is it's 3? Episode 3, baby.
3, numéro 3. We're here. Happy New Year, 2024.
Happy New Year.
Yay.
And guys, we're so sorry about the absence. So sorry we've been gone.
Yeah.
I recorded a whole video about this thing, about this subject, but in order to upload a video versus an episode of the podcast, I would have to edit it, and that I'm too much work. So I'm just gonna say the important part. This is an entertainment podcast for entertaining.
Yes.
We are not political commentators.
Absolutely.
And we're going. Yeah.
Yeah. And the topics that we choose, sometimes there might be some leanings towards some political kind of relatedness, but our mission is not to provide information and educate people about current policies. For us, the biggest thing really is about engagement between a parent and a child, and just looking through all of the information that we get through different lenses. And what are the things that I find interesting? What are the things that they find interesting? And then let's talk about it.
Yeah. So, Happy New Year's. Like she said, Happy New Year's.
Yeah.
It's usually, this is a downtime for everybody, January, but
We're all the way up.
you shouldn't be down this January.
Okay.
Because this is PC Podcast January, baby.
Woo!
New episode every Monday at 5 o'clock.
That's right.
Except last Monday, which was New Year's.
Yes.
But going forward,
Moving forward.
every Monday
Monday
of January, you're getting a brand new episode of the freaking PC Podcast.
Yeah. That's great. I love the enthusiasm, the commitment. We're here for it.
Anyway, I'm Sala, 20 years old, born in 03, born, I was gonna say born 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Chronically online, just gay, all that stuff. I always forget what I'm supposed to say. And this is my mom.
Yes, that is I. Born in 1970.
Whoa.
70.
At the top of the decade.
At the top, the tippity top of the decade. Born in Quadabuque, Haiti.
I've never heard the name of the place before.
Not Port-au-Prince. Everyone's not born in Port-au-Prince. That's not possible for everyone to be born in the capital of Haiti. I am the mother in the parent-child relationship. And chronically not online. I have no social media platform besides LinkedIn. Not sure that's considered social media. And I do receive my news digitally though. So I am.
Are you not reading the paper?
I'm not reading the paper.
I have so many newspapers in my bedroom.
Oh, geez, Louise. I'm
For
not
painting.
Yes, I understand. Not reading the newspaper. Am looking, getting information through, New York Times, CNN, the Skim, those kinds of things, and listening to like The Daily for my kind of podcast information.
And a big NPR head over here.
Big NPR head. Yay for public radio. Yay for the people. And so what we see and what influence us and what we think are important, vastly different.
Mm-hmm. And we talk about it here,
right here.
Live on the program. Welcome New York to the PC freaking podcast,
and all the other states who might be listening to.
I wanted to make it sound like we were like doing a TV show.
Oh,
got it. Live studio audience out there.
Right, got it. That was the TV audience cheering for all of us. Yes.
So, mommy,
yes,
it's a brand new year.
Yes.
It's a brand new year.
Yes.
We're in 2024 now.
Yes.
We got a whole year to look back on and a whole year to look forward to. And I want to ask you, usually we start off with how was your week? I don't care how your week was.
Yeah.
Got 2 questions for you, and it's unfair because I'm putting you on the spot because I've been thinking about my answers all day. And you're going to have like 5 seconds to think of yours. I want to know, what about last year was your favorite thing either about last year or that happened last year, however you want to answer it, your favorite thing about last year.
Yep.
And then this year, what is one goal you have for the podcast?
Ooh. Okay.
If you want, I can go first so you can have time to think.
Please. Woo. Thank you.
So, overall, 2023, great year. Just great year out the freaking box, man. I mean, I just can't remember anything that happened. But I'm sure lots of great things happened last year. Mm-hmm. You know, went to Mexico.
Yeah.
All my friends, got to hang out with my friends from school.
Yep.
A bunch, not as much as I would have liked to.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, lots of great stuff. But when I think back on 2023,
mm-hmm.
the biggest, best thing that's going to, it's going to remember it and it's going to shine through as what made it such a great year for me.
Yeah.
I discovered and rediscovered so much of my favorite TV shows and movies last year.
Wow. Okay, that's great.
I think it was last year that we watched Baby Driver. Was that last year or the year before?
I think it was the year before. So.
Well, forget it. Barbie!
Oh, yeah.
Spider-Man across the freaking Spider-Verse.
Yes,
Moon Girl and freaking goddamn Devil Dinosaur in the freaking house, dog. The bear.
Yes,
oh my
the
god.
bear, yes.
It's a 1996 movie, but I saw Scream for the first time last year.
Okay.
Destroyed my life. I adore that movie.
Okay.
Oh my god. It's just so much good TV and movies, which is ironic because everyone was striking.
Yes.
We love union action too. That's also great.
Yeah.
A big fan of SAG however you pronounce it.
SAG?
The Actors Guild, the Writers Guild.
Yep.
Glad they got what they deserved.
Yeah, the terms and the conditions that they were looking for in their contract negotiations. Absolutely.
Oh my god, you have so many more words. I can't think of any of those words. They got what they wanted.
Yeah, that's right. That's fine. Different ways of saying the same exact thing.
So I'm really happy for them.
Mm-hmm.
I think more workers should strike because it's getting bad.
Yeah.
Did you know my friend May from Canada wasn't in school from like December 8th to when winter break is supposed to be because teachers striking at her school?
Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
But so that's my 2023. That was my favorite thing. Honestly, it's just all the incredible media I discovered and rediscovered last year. It was just a really good time for me in general. Mm-hmm. Going forward,
yes.
This 2024, what I am looking forward to the most for this podcast, my goal,
yes,
what I want, Mommy,
yes.
is I want us to reach a level of fame and success where people on TikTok are making cute little edits of us.
Wow.
That's my goal.
In 1 year?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think it'd be funny if we had people doing little edits of us.
Yes, I think it would be. Yeah, I don't know what it means for people to do cool edits of our show on TikTok. I mean, I can guess. I'm a smart thinking person, but I don't know. But you know what? It's a goal. Let's reach for it. Why would I try to say, oh no, that's not realistic? We're not making smart goals here. No specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, time-oriented goals. Nope. Going for the gusto. Yeah, let's reach for that. Yeah.
Let's go for the gusto.
Let's go for the gusto. For me, the goal for our podcast, I would want it to be at a certain level and quality that I have no concerns sharing it to a really broad audience. Because like right now, I think I'm just sharing it with a few friends and all of our family.
It's also up on YouTube and anyone can see it.
Yes, but I mean the targeted, I want to send it to everyone in my contact list. I want it to be at that level so that I can do that. And I think we can get there by like in the next couple of months. So that's my goal for our podcast. I'm far.
What's wrong with it now? It's dinky?
No, I think right now we're still tinkering with the format. The news and the kinds of things that make it really entertainment. I talked to a friend about it, and they were like, what would really, because their children are like really like 10 and younger, they're like,
we need to make more baby content.
No. They're like, I want to hear the kinds of conversations that you have with your child about like things that are germane to their...
Germaine?
Yes, that's a real word. Sorry.
That's somebody's name.
Yes, it is.
That's Jake the dog's brother.
So our offline crew, could you look up the word germane for us so we can give a real definition? But they want to hear like the conversations that the two of us have about like your decision to drop out of school. Yeah, it's boring, right? They want like real parent-child stuff. They want real parent-child conversations. So that was their thing. For 2023, whoa!
Isn't that a little... What? That's a little crazy, though, no?
Why is
I'm not going to have my incredibly personal conversation with my mother on a podcast for the whole world. That's crazy to me. No thanks. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm like,
sorry, mommy's friend.
Yeah.
It ain't happening.
It's not happening. Is
that it?
Yeah. Let's see. We got the definition here. We have the definition here. Whoa, for germane.
Relevant to a subject under consideration.
Yeah.
That is not germane to our theme.
Yeah, so things related to...
Relevant, pertinent, applicable.
Yes.
Applicable.
Yes. Things that are relevant in your life, that are germane to your life.
Oh, what is this? Thank you.
There's another definition. We got extra help tonight.
Closely or significantly related.
Yes.
You see, that one just said it was relevant.
Yeah.
This one is like really specifically relevant.
Yeah, so things that are specifically relevant.
Thank you for turning up the brightness because you knew you had to hand it to mommy and she can't see.
Great. So that's the goal for the podcast. You asked about things that were significant and awesome for 2023. That's a lot to think about for the year.
Just pick one.
Yeah. I love to travel, so anything related to travel is always awesome. So yes, going on the family trip to Mexico. I also liked the couples trip that I took with Daddy to Jamaica, and we didn't do the typical Negril or the kind of beach resort kind of touristy kind of
fake
thing.
Crap.
I don't know.
Went to real Jamaica.
Yeah, we're absolutely bonkers because we rented a car and we drove up Blue Mountain, which is extremely steep and underdeveloped, so the roads are really rocky, and as you go up a really high mountain, there are no barriers between the car and the side of the cliff that you're driving up. So
you could just...
Yes. But so that was exciting, and I really enjoyed traveling. I also thought, Kwanzaa this year in our house was really fun. It was interesting to get people to talk about their top 10 photos, and then for us to do that similar exercise with our extended family where they had to share their top 3 photos. I think it was really engaging. I also liked the neighborhood thing that we did where we were like, ooh.
So wait, let's slow down a little bit.
Yeah.
For the people at home, what the hell is Kwanzaa?
Oh, sugar. Sorry, going too fast. So Kwanzaa is an African-American holiday developed in the 1960s by Dr. Malana Karenga in response to the over-commercialized, overspending, stressful kinds of things that happen to African Americans in the U.S. Also, this is at the tail end of the civil rights movement, really looking for a way to unite people across the African diaspora with one kind of holiday ritual and reminder of who we are as a people. So developed this holiday that is 7 days from December 26th to January 1st. And each of the days have a different principle. They are all reminders about ways that the people across the African diaspora can come together, be unified, and continue to fight for freedom and revolutionary ideals. It is a holiday that you can tailor and
get a little crazy with.
Yeah, and so our family typically decides on different activities that we want to do during Kwanzaa, and for each day that the Kanara, which is the candle holder that has the 7 candles, each night or each day that it's lit, each person has a day and is responsible for the activity that day. And so it was really awesome this year I enjoyed the 10 top photos thing. I also enjoyed the neighborhood things. It was great we went to Jackson Heights, Queens, and I had gone to a meeting in that neighborhood before, but never spent some time walking around, and we had Nepalese food
for the very first time.
Yeah.
It's very good.
Yes, very good, quite spicy. Even the owner was surprised to see 5 black people in their restaurant. They came and took a picture with us and
posted on Facebook.
Again, all of that.
Said foreigners in the restaurant.
Yes, we were the foreigners.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was fun. So I think, it's interesting that travel is my highlight for the year. And, I enjoy teaching. So I got to teach at 2 institutions last year, and that was fun. I'm going to teach at 2 institutions again this year, so it's going to be cool.
We're going to talk so much more about that on the future episodes.
Because
when I ask you how your week, I'm sure traveling uptown is going to be factor very heavily into how your week was.
Yes, absolutely.
Before we get into the news, Mommy, we have to talk about your hair.
My hair. My high bun. Almost, I feel like the genie. Is this how high the genie's ponytail typically is?
The genie?
Not the genie. I'm thinking of I Dream of Jeannie. You can look that up. It's an old TV show. And the person on I Dream of Jeannie used to have a really high bun. And she would just appear. They can wish her into existence or blink. I don't remember. But yeah, if you look at her hair, it's like that high. And so, Shani Nafur. Whoop, whoop. Shout out to Shani Nafur. That's my good friend, Nafur Naket, who has a...
turn up the brightness.
Who has a salon in Brooklyn, who has been doing... my hair forever, and whatever crazy thing I suggest she does it. So we're going to a big celebration tomorrow for
I don't like this woman's face.
Oh, okay. But you see the high ponytail.
Yes.
Right? Yes.
I've seen that show before.
Okay, great. So that's what I'm thinking of with the high ponytail. We're going to a big party tomorrow, a friend's 50th birthday, so I wanted to do something
a little out there
and a little different, so hence the hairstyle. Yes, so that's the story.
I like it.
Yeah?
Yes.
Thank you. I'm glad you do. I don't know how, I have to decide if I can walk into a classroom and be serious with it. I don't know. Part of me feels like students might get distracted and not take me seriously, but we're talking about college students, not 3rd graders, so I think it might be okay.
Okay. So,
yes.
Do you mind if I go first with the news?
I do not mind at all.
I am super excited about this one, guys.
Okay.
Got a doozy for you. Longtime fans are going to remember the Dream versus Nicolas Cage. Why?
The door.
You go ahead. It's okay. No, I'm not going to cut it out, but it's fine. You're barely in the thing.
You're not in the shot.
Oh, my God. Such a drama queen. What am I talking about? Nicolas Cantu versus Dream. Big fans of the podcast will remember our very first episode. The news I brought to the podcast is that they got into an altercation.
Yes.
So some slurs were thrown.
Yes.
And when we talked about it,
yes,
both of us really were on Dream's side.
Yes.
To an extent. I was like, Why we punching people? Why we
Yeah.
calling them slurs?
Yes.
And the internet was not on Dream's side, mommy. And just like that, whatever happened, Dream deserved it. I don't like him. He sucks, right?
Yeah.
Get ready to be vindicated as hell, mommy.
Okay.
You're going to be vindicated as hell. Because guess what, mommy?
What happened?
Dream,
Yes.
as I've explained, very controversial figure, released I believe it is an hour and 22-minute video
Dang.
clearing up his name on everything, every controversy he's had.
Oh, wow.
And this video, mommy,
Yeah.
is very good. It's very well done, and a lot of people did not watch it and did not watch it fully. I did, except for one part because I didn't care. Like, it's a lot of very serious allegations he's disputing. Yeah. One of the things he talks about is, like, his speed running record in Minecraft. There was a scandal on whether or not he cheated. I don't care. I skipped that.
Okay.
But the rest of it, a lot of people didn't sit through the entire video. I sat through the entire video, Mom.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of information and gaps to clear up here. Okay? And because this is going to get bonkers.
Okay.
So strap in. You strap in. You strap in. Let's go.
That's my secret.
I got
strapping
it.
in.
Yeah. I adore you, Mommy. I really like you. I think you're great.
I like you too.
I really like you.
I like you too.
So, the party. Remember?
Yes.
I said I don't know who it was for.
Yeah.
Or anything about that.
Yeah.
It was a friend's party
Okay.
in Austin, Texas.
Okay.
September.
Mutual friend. They're both friends of this person.
Yes.
Okay.
Dream and Nicholas Cantu have never met before this.
Oh.
But when Dream got to the party, Nicky boy was already drunk.
Oh.
He was already just
Wobbling.
off his rocker, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know what the phrase off your rocker means, and I have a feeling that it's deeply rooted in
I'm thinking rocking chair.
this. I don't know why, but just based off the use, I'm thinking it's deeply rooted in discrimination against the mentally ill. That's my thinking.
Okay.
That's my thought, just based off how I've heard it.
Okay.
But what am I talking about? Get to the story.
Yes, please.
The party. So he's bugging him, not being chill to him. He punches him, just like on a Dream says, on a FaceTime with Nicholas Cantu's friend, showing him this is like Dream, man.
Right.
And punches him, right? Next confusion was about the Uber.
Yes. How'd they get in the same Uber together?
It was a bunch of people. It was a bunch of different people. It was late at night, and they were just. Dream was just like, what's the worst that can happen? Because there's a bunch of people with us, and it was late, and I just want to get back. Just want to go home. Not home, but because doesn't live.
Does he
Does he
in
live
Austin,
in
Texas?
No, he lives in Orange County, I think.
Okay.
Whatever.
Yeah.
The point is,
Just back to
it was just
home
like,
base.
it's just an Uber ride.
Yeah.
What could happen?
Yeah.
So this is the story, Mom. This is what happens.
Okay.
Nicholas Cantu, gumball, if you will,
Yeah.
is filming himself out the window of the Uber. He drops his phone in the middle of the highway and makes the Uber stop so he can go look for his phone.
Right.
While he's looking for his phone, the police arrive. Right?
Yes.
And I am confused. He gets back in the car, or if he's in the car once the police arrives, right? And he's kind of talking crazy to the police. He's kind of like, what do you call it? You know, you could do a alcohol breath test on me. I'm like, whatever. But
it doesn't matter. He's not the driver.
This, that, in the third. And the cops are kind of just like, we're going, just like, don't do that. Don't be out in the highway like that. We have places to be.
Right.
We gotta go. And so, this is the inciting incident for everything, Mommy.
Okay.
The Uber driver just says to Nicholas Cantu, this is all he's saying to him, is you should be careful how you talk to the police and how you behave around the police, because you can go to jail.
Right.
That's how this starts, right?
Okay.
Nicholas Cantu fires back at the Uber driver, Arsler. You don't look like you finished high school. And just insulting his intelligence and being very rude and mean to him.
Oh, wow.
And so the way that Dream and Nicholas Cantu start fighting is that Dream steps in. It's just like, hey man, stop.
Yeah, leave the driver alone.
Hey man, relax.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
stop.
Right.
And so then that's when the whole, you remember.
Got it. Yes.
Starts with them. Now, this is where I got to clarify some misinformation I had.
Okay.
And this goes back, I'm very excited, to Elon Musk being a stupid person and ruining Twitter. Do you remember the tweet? I told you there was a tweet.
Yes.
That it was just a picture of Dream, and the caption said, "Who want me?" Right? Mm-hmm. And that I said that as the inciting incident of their Twitter argument, like a month or two later, right?
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Dream didn't post that.
Who posted
That
it?
was not Dream. So here's something.
Oh, jeez.
Here's something about the internet, about social medias.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of verification on the internet?
Yes.
So, on when you're on a social media and you're a celebrity or a public figure or a politician, a content creator, whatever it is, you're a person of note. When it was first created, the idea of verification was that you have a little check mark next to your name so that people know this is the real guy.
Exactly.
That's you.
Yeah. Authentication.
Yes. When I see you, okay, so, because you're famous, people are going to be impersonating you. I need to know which one's the real one so I can get valid source of information, right? And stuff like that. Elon Musk,
in his divine wisdom,
last year, what he did is, I think this had to have been because Twitter was losing money, because hellfire of Twitter last year.
Yeah.
I'll leave an article if you want to read more about it, but Twitter was losing money at the time because Elon Musk was doing bad at it. Yeah. So what he decided to do was create a service called Twitter Blue, where you could pay for Twitter. I think it might be, look up how much a Twitter Blue subscription is. I think it's like $9 a month. You can tell me.
And so once you
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna sit here in silence. I can't read that.
$8 a month. Let me put on my
or
books.
$7 for an annual plan. So
Okay.
$8 a month for Twitter Blue. What you get, say blue check mark next to your name.
That means you're verified as the person because you can pay for it?
Oh! You get a blue check.
Oh
no! Sorry. No! Sorry. Sorry for yelling, guys. We're out of storage.
Okay.
It's okay. It's okay. Just gotta empty the recently deleted. Not only does it give you a little blue check mark, which, defeats the whole point of the blue check mark, but it also prioritizes your posts. So in the way it's ruined Twitter for a lot of people is if you go under a post to see the replies, the first at least 30 or 100, like a bunch, most of the replies, the first things you're going to see are from blue checkmark people. And they're the people who are dumb enough to pay $8 a month for a free thing. So you're seeing the stupidest, dumbest, boringest replies in the world.
But also the people who have money.
I guess.
Allegedly.
You don't have to have money. You just have to not be very smart with how you use your money to pay $8 a month for Twitter. Wow. And big fans of Elon Musk who tend to be misogynist, racist, homophobic, blah, 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 blah.
Blah, blah,
so
blah.
Those are the top replies you're seeing. So Twitter's a bit of a mess. Whatever. How does this relate to the Dream situation?
Yes.
There isn't... He talks about... like I said, I watched this whole thing through, right? He talks about this, that... By the way, watch the video. If you're a Dream hater, you don't know anything about Dream, just go check it out. It's a very very thorough, very well done video, and he I'll talk about this more when I'm done talking about the thing, but there are just so many allegations he went through, and just taking accountability as well for a lot of the things that he has done wrong in his career.
Oh, that's great. Right?
Yeah, I'll get to it when I'm done talking about the specific situation, but it's just it's very thorough and very well done. So you should check it out if you care about this at all. Because there's even stuff I'm going to be missing, right? But in this video, he talks about that he is a Snapchat influencer, right?
Snapchat, okay.
And
Is Snapchat still around?
Yes.
Okay.
Clearly. Sorry. That was rude. Sorry, Bobby. So the way the way Snapchat influencing works is you have to post a lot. Like,
Constant.
I'm making up a number. You can watch his video for the facts.
Yeah.
200 pictures and videos a day.
A day?
Yes. So as you can imagine,
Jeez.
a good amount of them are going to be stupid and bad.
Yeah.
Because you're just taking a picture of as much as you
Yeah,
can.
brushing your teeth.
Yeah. To just, like, make the money from Snapchat, right?
Yeah.
What this account... This episode is just a mess. Just a mess, I tell you.
We're starting off 2024 with a bang. Sorry about that.
It was a dumb thing. I was like, why is this so tight? It's because it's pulling. Anyway. A good amount of those pictures are going to be bad. Dream's username on everything he's on is Dream Was Taken. There's an account on Twitter called Dream Was Talen. Dream Was Talon. Talon. Whatever, right?
Oh my gosh.
Who is verified.
Oh, jeez.
Who just takes pictures from that Snapchat that are cringe or whatever, or just like regular pictures of him, and add the craziest captions.
Oh, wow.
And so when he said that in the video, I was like, the tweet from that I used as a source for the podcast.
Yeah.
So I went back to the admittedly TikTok, not a good source of news, but it's where I got this story. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The TikTok, like,
and to be fair, people in your age category, genre, often do. Yeah. Okay.
I go to the TikTok
Yeah.
in which the person was explaining the whole story that I sourced for when I talked about it
Yeah.
to check the tweet
Yes. And it was Dream
was Talon.
Not Dream Was Taken.
So I'm talking all about, he's talking inappropriately. He's talking inappropriately with his very young fandom. No, he isn't.
Oh, wow.
No, he's not. No, he
Wow,
isn't.
wow,
It's just some guy.
See, this is why social media freaks me out.
It gets worse. You're gonna get a lot more scared of social media. Let me get.
I'm not scared of it.
Oh, you're gonna be. You're gonna be. Here's what happened.
I just think I like with all tools, it's a tool.
Yeah.
And so yes, you can use it for different things. A knife is a tool too. You can cut your bread with it and cut cheese, but you could also
to a guy.
Right. So it's just that because you can post things anonymously or you can hide behind your screen and no one knows who you are, people do the most bizarre, atrocious, and do and say the most atrocious things to one another that if they were like in a room together and everyone was looking at each other, they wouldn't say those things. Okay,
So
I digress. Yes.
Calls the Uber driver the arseler.
Yeah.
Calls Dream all kinds of things.
Yeah.
Says crazy stuff, right?
Yep.
And then a month later, the Twitter argument happens, right? The big Twitter argument. Nicholas Cantu is going to people that were there that night in that Uber looking for more people to help, for witnesses, help defame Dream. He lied. Gumball did not tip the Uber driver a lot of money.
Oh.
He didn't tip him at all. Dream, again, very thorough video, has a section where he interviews the Uber driver from that night. Very sweet, lovely man. Great guy.
Okay.
Love the Uber driver. He seems so nice. But it's just like, and the Uber driver said that the worst of what Nicholas Cantu said wasn't even caught on the video. So don't know what that means.
Wow.
But so yes. And again, I don't know if I mentioned this in the first video, but Gumball is the one who asked the person who was recording the whole thing to record.
Oh, wow.
So, as you know, Dream uploads that video.
Right.
And as I discussed, everyone was dogging on him.
Yep.
And it was like, whatchamacallit? This is Dream's fault, and he got what was coming.
Right.
The story that people had at the time that they were tweeting nonstop, you, to Dream, gave a autistic gay minor alcohol,
Right.
and this is your fault. that in the fact you recorded him and put this out to defame him,
Yeah.
you are the problem. Not a minor, born in 2003, 20 years old.
Wow.
Did not give him the alcohol.
Same as you.
Yes. Was not his party.
Ah, right. It was a mutual friend.
Was not his party. Didn't give him anything.
Dang.
And then, so it's not only they're harassing him and it's just like, we hate Dream.
Yeah.
They dox him. They show the outside of his house. They upload his address. People called his 80-year-old grandmother.
Oh, no.
Pretending to be Dream.
No.
People showed up at his house and showed up at his sister's work.
Oh, my God.
Just harassing these people.
Oh, no.
So, this video was crazy to me, watching this whole thing through.
Yeah.
Because one of the most common things that I had heard personally from, like, mutuals and friends online is that, point blank period, he's a
Right.
he's a
Yeah.
and I'm guilty of the, like, being part of the hate mob that didn't think very critically about anything. Because when I hear that, my thing was like, everyone on the internet hates Dream so much.
Yeah.
There has to be a valid reason. You say that's the reason? Okay.
Wow.
I believe you.
So this is, you're right. This is really tipping me way over the edge about
We're not uploading this episode.
about social media.
Yeah.
Is that, yes, I know about the mob mentality in person where, a group of people descend on one person. On the internet, it can be so much more vile.
And it's crazy. It's crazy, Mom, because all these things are very Googleable.
Right,
Miss Cantu is a public figure. It's one Google to find out that, no, he's not a goddamn minor.
Right. And so that's the
God.
thing.
And
I mean,
also-
and I've been seeing this everywhere. I've been seeing like stories of wars and images, and they're like, no, if you Google this image is from,
It's not real.
It's not real. This is from Honduras 50 years ago, but they're saying it's happening right now. And so
we're not talking about the wars, but a certain organization who's doing a certain very bad thing in a certain other country lies all the time to the media.
And people just don't take the time. It's just because, everything is so fast, and this is just 40 characters or however many characters you're allowed. 120 characters. I said 40. 120 characters. It's just sound bites and really quick, and people, like you said, think critically. Google, find out, look for the reference. Who is this person? Who's tweeting this?
Because the evidence of him being a on the internet, so incredibly suspicious. And I am one for believing the victim, 100%.
Yeah, yep,
100%.
Same too. Apologize to the alleged perpetrator later. Believe the people, believe the children, believe the victims all the time. Apologize to the people you accuse falsely later.
Yes.
Yeah.
If I had ever seen this evidence, immediately it's suspicious. There is a video, one of the videos of one of his biggest allegations, evidence thing. Was a Snapchat. I need to demonstrate this. A phone, a cellular device, recorded on another phone, which you do when you're getting things from Snapchat, because if you take a screenshot, it alerts the other person, right? So you do a recording, right? But the suspicious thing about this recording is that in order to open a text message, I'm sure you're aware, it works the same on Snapchat as it does on iMessage. You have to tap the thing to open the message. Yeah. This thing just started rolling as if it were an edited together video. And it's like, that's just an example.
So
but
many things.
Watch the video. Watch if you have an hour and 22 minutes, just watch the thing. It's wow. And he was so thorough about it. He has so many interviews, right?
For him.
With the people to back up his things. And the first two interviews he had, I was like, because they were his mom and someone who works for him.
Yeah.
It's like, you could get those people to lie to you.
Yeah.
He calls the cops.
Oh, wow.
Completely unedited conversation he had with the police.
Wow.
And the interview with the Uber driver,
yeah.
which he didn't put the whole thing in the thing, just the part he needed, but he also uploaded the full thing to his side thing.
Okay.
So it's just baffling to me. Just like, we decided one day, we do not like this guy. He's cringe, he's weird, his fan base is cringe and weird. It's like so vitriol. I don't think you understand what it's like on the internet. It's just so vitriolic how much we hate Dream.
Wow.
To the point, no one cares about this video.
Wow.
No one cares about the truth. Because I'm going to continue to... he's cringe. I don't like him, though.
Right. It's just mob.
I'm very hot.
It's just mob mentality. I didn't talk about your outfit. You're awesome, too. I love the earrings.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. It looks like something you would make yourself. Did you make them?
I didn't make anything.
Okay.
Nothing on me.
Not today. Right. Okay.
Yes,
okay. Let's be clear.
Oh, my Lord.
So... It's really scary.
Yeah.
You know, what it makes me think about as a parent, you know, I'm always talking about as a parent, is how this could...
my arms are ashy.
Yeah. How this could happen to young people in school.
Yeah.
And so, you know, once...
It's less bad when you aren't, like, this big public figure.
I don't know if it's less bad.
Yes, because it's, like, no one's making up... trying to defame people that aren't famous. You can't defame someone. Taking off these earrings. Sorry.
I
doesn't work without the cardigan.
I wouldn't call it defaming, right? I'm saying that, you know, you're in this high school and everyone decides that they're going to say that you are a pedophile. They're like, oh, this senior in our high school has been doing things with third graders down the block, right? And they post this, and everyone starts bullying you, and everyone starts hating you and saying you're the most awful person.
But that existed before the internet.
But now
there's so many people. I can think back on my high school, on my middle school, that there was just these things we said about them. I have no idea if they're true. I've never talked to that person. I don't know anything about them.
Yes, it is awful, and it is terrible that they did that. The difference is, when they leave the school building, they go home. But
then on the phone,
right?
It's like, oh, these people are posting about. Just don't put it down.
So put
it down. Go outside. Go for it.
Yeah. Back in your
it's not back in my time. There's social media.
Yeah, but the proliferation of social media now is that even after school, even when the school day ends, even on the weekends, you're still being bullied. People are still saying those lies about you, and there's no way to get away from it.
Yeah.
And so we are in a mental health crisis. Our young people are really suffering. There's a lot going on. There's a lot for them to process and think about on a global scale in the universe.
There's a video about this.
Yeah, but then in their personal lives, their day-to-day is, I think, at least 10 times harder because they have to still navigate all of the things that happen online.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not one for comparing trauma.
That's fair.
I
appreciate that.
I think each generation comes with its unique difficulties and suffering.
You're so wise.
Thank you. With their unique suffering and stuff, so I don't know if I can say, it's worse now.
Mm-hmm. That's
I don't know if I'd say that.
Yeah, I appreciate that comment so completely. But I just know that sounds intense and tough.
Yeah. But this is just crazy to me.
Yeah. I'm so glad you dug into it and that you found out more and that you spent the time watching The Truth. And I think it's great.
It's the name of the video, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that.
I'm seeing it there. That's why I said The Truth.
Oh, you! Reading. She loves reading, guys.
Yay, reading. So I think...
Do we not turn back down the heat?
I thought we did.
Oh my god! This episode is a mess. We're just throwing the whole thing out!
put it to 68 so that, or 65, so that even when it gets to 60.
Sorry, y'all. I see that. Just couldn't keep my cool. Just couldn't keep it.
Keep it.
Keep it?
Keep your cool.
So that was crazy how out of control this got. People doxing him, people having just like a completely untrue story that he gave a minor alcohol. And also, I did laugh at this and I'm sorry. When Dream did figure out that Nicholas Cantu was 20 and like criticized him for underage drinking and like being drunk in front of the cops like that, he called him a narc pedophile.
Oh, jeez. Well, to be clear,
I'm sorry.
The drinking age is 21.
Yes, he's still underage. He's 20.
Okay.
But still, it's just like you could get arrested. You very much could be arrested.
Absolutely.
If you're doing a crime.
You were committing a crime. Absolutely.
So as far as I can tell right now, just with the evidence that's been brought forth, I don't think personally that Dream really groomed anyone, and I don't think many people really care about that because I just don't like him, and so I'm gonna stick with this.
Yeah. I appreciate that.
And he also
sorry.
Another criticism I have of him is how irresponsible he actually is on Twitter, because although they had those fake tweets by the other account, he did also just like not really think much about what he was posting, and that's something he acknowledged in his thing. And going forward, he's gonna be on Twitter a lot less. And so I'm really impressed, honestly, with this video. Okay. I'm not really a fan of him. I don't care. But it's good for him for standing up for himself and also acknowledging everything and breaking everything down in such a thorough way. Yeah. It's honestly, a lot of people aren't going to give it the time of day, but it was a great thing for him to do.
Yeah. I appreciate the fact that you watched the video to completion. I think this is evidence of why we shouldn't jump to conclusions, even when we hear a majority of people claiming something,
and to just use your critical thinking skills.
Always,
just
always,
think
always.
a little bit about
Yes. Question everything. Dig deeper. Find
crazy.
More evidence. Look for more citations.
Crazy.
Question the source. Figure out who is saying it. Why would they be saying it? All of it. All of those are good things to practice in every aspect. Awesome. Thank you for bringing that forward.
Mommy, thank you for listening. I just think that was crazy.
That is pretty.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But now, it's come to the time of the show when you share your news.
Yay.
And you've got a story for us today.
I do have a story for you. So my story that I was that I heard and that I thought was really very interesting is about data. I know data is not particularly fun or exciting, and we said that this is for entertainment. So how do you make data entertaining? Yes. So the data that I wanted to talk about was New York State has a high percentage of millionaires who live here.
New York State.
New York State.
Oh.
Specifically, you're right, New York City has the majority of the millionaires of the state live in New York City.
Which makes sense to me.
Yes.
Because they keep raising all the prices and not raising the
wages.
Yeah. Thank you.
No worries. And one of the things that some of the Republic politicians had been saying to dissuade Governor Hochul, who's our governor in New York State, from raising taxes on the rich was, all of the rich people are going to leave New York State if you change the tax laws. And so
then bye.
No, and we need the rich people, because even if we don't change the tax laws, we do need their income tax. We need their taxes to help pay for some of the resources that we have in the city. So this, and we'll put this down in the chat about the source.
Down in the chat?
Down in the chat. Sorry. Down in the link. Right? We will link it.
Yeah, we'll link it in the description.
We will link it in the description. Sorry. See, I don't
Sorry,
know.
I'm tired all of a sudden. I'm very hungry.
Oh, okay. I don't even know the terminology. But we know that at the height of the pandemic,
yes,
rich people left in droves.
Yes.
Because they had their summer homes, their other places that
Why
they
would
could...
I want to be in the place where the COVID is?
Right.
I'm out of here.
Yes.
Suck it, poor people.
Yes.
Enjoy your COVID.
Yes.
Not for me.
We were the epicenter of the epicenter, right?
It's not for me. You guys enjoy, though.
Yeah, not there. So when people started coming back and the politicians, our governor, started worrying about, oh my gosh, if we tax them, then they're going to leave again. What the Fiscal Policy Institute...
Wait, I'm so sorry. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
We're raising taxes?
There's always this consideration of taxing the rich more.
Yes. We should do it.
Yes. And there's this bizarre dance of, oh, we don't want to tax them too much because they might leave, and we don't want them to leave.
Because we need their money.
Because we need their money. So let's not do that.
Yeah.
And so Republicans were saying, oh yeah, that's why so many New Yorkers are leaving New York. They're coming to Florida because of what you're doing to them around their taxes and stuff like that.
Yes.
So what happened in December is that the Fiscal Policy Institute released some data about who is actually leaving New York.
Is it gay people? They're not on the list.
Yeah, this is based on people's income. So people's income... Is it
poor people?
It is poor people.
Yeah, I could have told you.
You could have told me that, right?
Because we can't live anywhere.
Right.
You keep making everywhere too expensive.
Yes.
Whoa.
So the people leaving New York at the fastest rate last year were families making between $32,000 and $65,000 a year. And
what does that mean?
That's for 32 to 65,000 is like lower income.
Mm-hmm.
And which...
How much do you make a year? 100 grand? 200 grand? 300 grand? 400 grand?
That's
500 grand? 600 grand?
That's an inappropriate question.
Oh, I'm sorry.
For the
2
podcast.
million?
No, I do not make $2 million a year. And so a disproportionately high share of those people were people of color, Black and Hispanic people.
What?
Yeah, who would have thunk it, right? And then the next group of people who
and they're
left...
going to Jersey, right?
That's a great question.
Because, whatchamacallit? What was the word? I forgot it.
Wow.
When you... neighborhood, you come into a neighborhood...
Gentrification?
Yeah, everywhere's getting gentrified.
Yeah.
The Black people are leaving. What'd you say? What'd you say the groups were? I forgot. You said people of color.
Yeah.
People of color, they're leaving because you're taking their homes.
Yeah.
Because you keep raising. God, it's like 2008 all over again.
Yeah. So the thing...
God, I cannot form a coherent sentence.
Yeah.
Did you hear that sentence?
I'm not sure that I did. Because I'm scanning the article because I want to give you the next point about this. Is that the next group of people after that who left, the next rung in the salary are people who make between $104,000 and $172,000 a year, which is above average income in other parts of the country. But
here in New York City,
yes,
where everything is hell,
right? It's a very modest income.
That gets you a 1-bedroom apartment,
right, for your family of 4. And so,
Nice. That's awesome, guys.
yeah. So the thing is, the information from this the Fiscal Policy Institute was debunking this notion that and for rich people who left New York, no, they weren't going to Florida or Texas. They just went to other rich states. They went to New Jersey. They went to Connecticut. They still stayed in the tri-state area.
Yeah.
And if you are driving out all of this middle income group,
Yes.
the service sector people, then who's going to drive the subways? Who's going to be the people?
Like you need your city to run.
Right. Who are going to be the essential workers?
Right.
Because the people making those salaries are your teachers,
Right.
are your postal workers, and
Right.
things like that. So,
Which is hell too.
yeah.
Pay teachers more.
Right.
Pay what do we call it?
Postal.
No, I don't care about the postal workers.
Sorry, postal workers.
Pay the teachers more. Pay nurses more.
Yeah.
Pay like
Social workers more.
pay social workers more.
Yeah.
It's like, what are we doing?
Yeah, as a society, we have a lot of barriers and challenges for people who are service providers. It's like, how do you expect?
But then you expect them to do everything.
Right, absolutely. And it's
Oh
a
my
huge
God.
challenge.
This country's so messed up.
It's hard. It's really hard. So that's what I wanted to bring forth. I'm sorry.
That was fine.
Yeah.
Don't apologize. You're doing great, Mom.
Thanks. Just a little data.
Sound off in the comments if you love this guy. Go on. Just drop all the love for her. She's doing great.
Thanks.
You are much like the essential workers here in New York. You are the backbone of the PC podcast. Let me tell you.
Whoa! Thank you. And interestingly, in the article, they did reference this middle income tier group of people as the backbone of New York City, because they are.
How are we gonna get anywhere if someone's driving the subway?
Yeah.
I mean, they could probably gonna get robots to do it, but
that's another podcast for another time.
why? Because you don't want us to go over.
Yeah, I'm time conscious.
Well, I'm going to talk about the robots and how they're going to take all the jobs.
I don't think
some people believe that robots should do the menial, like, lowest rung of society, like, harshest jobs, and all the other jobs should get paid more. Like, cleaning the floors. A robot can do that. I don't agree with that notion. I don't want robots anywhere near me.
I understand.
I don't remember. There's a secret special third episode that I cut because I didn't like it. You thought it was for other reasons that I cut it, but I didn't like it.
Yes.
I didn't like how the hat looked on my head.
Okay.
I didn't think it was funny. But yeah, in that episode, was that the one? I think that episode that I cut was the one we were talking about the New York City cop robot.
Yes.
And I discussed my very vehement hatred of robots and AI, and I don't want them near me. I don't have Siri on my phone. I think robots are crazy, and I don't want them near me.
Yeah. I disagree. I think, like other things, AI is a tool, and we just have. I'm sure that there were many mathematicians who decried the invention of the calculator and thought...
And it put them all out of work.
And
I'm never calling a mathematician when I have a math question. And that sucks for all the math people.
I'm sure that the math people are A-okay.
I don't know that.
Yeah, they still exist. They still teach advanced calculus in
for
college.
$3 a freaking year.
What's $3?
Back to the not paying teachers enough. Yes, what we were saying before.
So teachers do not get paid enough in every sector, not just in the math department.
I know. But since we're getting into the AI conversation, my problem is with AI is when they have to steal from artists and writers to whatchamacallit, to be trained on. And it's like, it's art theft.
I think that as we are exploring the ways that we can use AI, that we have to set up very strict and intentional guardrails about what kinds of
Yes,
things.
and until then, it's art theft.
I
There was back when the whole AI conversation was happening, there were literal AI artists creating. There was one specific image that created an artwork incredibly similar to an artist who had passed, without there any consideration for anyone. It just steals art. When people are training their whole lives to get good at a talent for this thing to just take from them in order to be able to create art, I'm against that.
Yes.
That is my very logical dislike of AI, and I just also don't like it.
I understand.
Because it's weird and I don't like it.
I think, again, for me, the jury is still out.
You think stealing art is cool?
I do not think that stealing art is cool. I agree with you. Stealing art is not cool. Also, I think that there are different functions and uses for AI that we have to explore and consider. I don't think it is wise to, just as with the Dream, where a group of people say, this is horrible.
This isn't a person, it's a robot.
It's not a robot.
I don't care about its feelings.
It's not about feelings, and it's not a robot. It's a piece of technology.
Which is a technology is robot.
You sound like a grandparent talking about technology.
You see, this is why I don't care about this stupid age stuff. Yeah. I don't like robots. Okay. I don't care.
Got it. So I think we will explore this more next time. So definitely want to talk more AI and
I don't want to talk more AI. Okay. I've said my piece.
Okay, you said your piece. Okay. I think this brings us to the end of our very hilarious with Asawa dramatics, dying in the chair several
I just
times.
want everybody to know
that
I play up my personality just a bit for this podcast because I want everyone to have a good time. I want this to be a fun, good podcast.
That is true.
I'm not just screaming all the time.
Well, to be clear, pretty silly guy over here.
I am silly. Okay. But I'm not insane.
Fair point. But thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you again next week. More fun, less politics, and good times for 2024.
Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Woohoo.
We love you.
Whee!
And we'll see you next time. Thank you so much for tuning into the PC Podcast. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Turn on the notifications. Send this to 4 friends. And yeah, come back next week for another banger episode.
For number 4, yeah. Tell a friend to tell a friend and tell a friend.
Goodbye and good night.
Good night.
That was the worst thing I've ever recorded in my life.